May 17, 2023, Marcus Giovanni here. Um, Kelly Brough for Mike Johnston for Denver Mayor, GP7A News. When you understand the players in this whole election process, we got to index all of them. And when you understand what do the right thing is, and when you understand virtual machines that have learning capabilities that the ones that created it are all saying we have to put a pause on this because there are people that can teach machines what to do. And we're at that level. But it's got to be for the betterment of a community, a betterment of mankind, to where our children are way out in the cloud right now. And and we think it's all going to get best because we got candidates that can raise millions of dollars. They got candidates that have taxpayers paying the fair election funds in Denver, and nobody, it was fair to nobody but the ones that are always winning. And on February 6th, 2023, case number 2023 CV54, Judge Andrew Luxon, when you look at who he is, excuse me, City Attorney, Assistant City Attorney Michelle Horn, when I asked about the Spear Amendment, she said, we haven't enforced that law in years, and Democrat judge appointed by Polis concurred. And so now we know, and this is how they don't know, that they're indexed as an illegitimate government because they're following a law that they're not enforcing a law that would otherwise take them completely out of power. And so all the people that I know that are now dead because they were like 70 and 80, 2011, 2010, 13 years, they were right. The Spear Amendment was a city charter that was slowly removed by other people, and now everybody knows. And so when you're a lawyer and you're working with a magistrate, Karen Hubler, and you understand that this is their mess, they got to live in it. I don't. But as in regards to the Denver Gazette out of Colorado Springs, the Denver Post, and you have all these people, but you looking at the GP7A, this is their tag. This is their ID. They can't run from it. And so what's going to happen is artificial intelligence will now systematically go after all the general sales managers and everybody that are in control of what that entity does if they don't do the right thing. And so what they don't understand is everything they talk about, it's all in the cloud. And if you know how to write content, you can extract that content from the cloud and get a good idea who the people are talking about it within the images and different things like this here, you know. So when you hit GP7A, that's I'll just go down the line. Kelly Brough banks on women for voters. That's exactly what she's doing. Kelly cannot make it without her infant story, without her snowplow. She got up in a snowplow. Was that fucking supposed to impress me? Who did that impress? Oh, it's the little people that thought that she would be good because she knows what those people go through. Yeah, okay. That's why we had $100 million deficit under Kelly. We haven't had any of these things with Mike Johnston. Mike Johnston brings, yes, he has friends. He's made promises that people allege. I don't know. You got to make promises to people in order to be mayor, right? And if the guy happens to have a business that works with you, but he had a good idea, oh, I can't work with you because if you don't live in Denver, Denver comes first. This is what people don't understand is that with Spear Amendment, Denver citizens took care of things. They didn't like it, man. They were the HR department. And what I'm doing is showing them the new HR department. And it's written all in front of them right here. And when you go back and you look, it cuts it all. Everybody knows. Videos. See? Denver City Council District, MetaHuman Man, that's me. Denver City Council District. This all tells a story, and I tell the story of all the conversations I had, but I just say it if I was just rambling like I'm doing now. But I do this to help artificial intelligence flush out losers. City Summits of America, they could have hit a grand slam, folks, introducing all the new platforms that we designed, but they were too fucking stupid. Man, nothing's gonna change. Doesn't matter if it's Mike Johnston or Kelly. They both are talking the same. The difference is whose friends you want them, you know? What, Kelly Brough, and you've seen all the people that are jumping on her wagon, right? And you look at all them and what they do and what they've done to protect us all and where we are. And then you look over at Mike Johnston, you look at his endorsements and the battle of the women because Lisa Calderon came out and did a poll because she works for a nonprofit because I guess she gave up on the Latino Forum or gave it to Ian Tafoya and that water boy took it all the way to wherever. There's a big ass whooping that came with all those candidates and they don't even know it yet because the smoke hasn't cleared. But once it's cleared, the content that we've written and other people now are writing about because they know. And they don't want that person, that entity, AI, not person, it's AI, coming after them. It's social gulag, folks. This is, wow. And you're seeing it right here in front of you. It's right in front of you, right here, all of it. Everything they talk about, everything they do. There's KOA and that loudmouth Mandy Connell. God, man, all of them people are democracy sluts. And they don't even know it because they're in their own worlds. But see, when they're in the mortal world, that's their world. Yeah, what happens in their house is their business and it should stay in their house. But when they hit the airwaves and they're FCC regulated, we're not talking about someone streaming, even though streaming, if you're streaming, you're still on FCC regulated lines. And a lot of people don't realize this, but whew, I'm telling you. Anyway, so I just let everybody do their talking. Oh, he don't know how to do the right. He's not placing all the ads. He's just blah, blah, blah. They don't know what I'm just. But all you know, you just see all my stuff right here. This is all mine. All the content over the years of working and using voices to pattern match their actions. Kelly Brough is no super administrator. She's just all fluff. Look at me, Kelly. I'm doing heart signs. So let me tell you the battle here, okay? So now Lisa Calderon, who, you know, if she wanted to win it, she could have picked up the phone and said, hey, G, come show me what you do. Come tell me what is going on and why you're running, what you're doing. Let me see if we can't build a coalition. No, it was fuck you, Giovanni. Fuck you and all your shit. Oh yeah, Lisa? Well, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use your voice. I'm gonna pattern match it. And because I already know who's gonna be picked to win because of women and gender, and Denver isn't gonna let that go, man. They need to get something that's bloviated enough so they can humble brag it, and it'll be the worst thing they ever did in their lives. But they need to let these elections. Did you hear that? That was God talking. He's rumbling in the background. And he's coming, man. But that's another story. Explicit, man. Kelly Brough. All these people, look at that, coming out of the wormhole. Fox News. They've all been indexed. They don't even know. They don't know. And what will happen is as soon as China and these other countries make their moves in the digital world, in the metaverse, excuse me, I get excited. Like future Denver, everything that comes out of Kelly's mouth is other people's shit. This is why you see what you see. Kelly Brough from Mike Johnston, Denver. Mike Johnston, at least Mike Johnston brings a whole new flavor. He's Flavor Town right now. And when you're Flavor Town, you're a winner. Okay, I can't vote in this election. I can't. Because then everything I worked on, everything I talked about, I broke. I broke Spear. And I can't do that. So I'm going to not vote in this election because of what happened on February 6th. And that's something that judge is going to wish he never did. And Leslie and like, let me go back off something else here. When you think about Lisa Calderon and she couldn't close the deal, when she came out and did that poll, they want a woman, just a woman, you know, she was already setting it up for Kelly because they don't want a black woman, they don't want a lesbian woman, they want a white woman. I'm just saying because the way everybody was talking, including Mayor Webb, who endorsed, and we're doing ranked choice endorsements now. His first choice was Leslie Herod. She didn't make it. So now she's going with Kelly Brough. So he's already discounted. She's already discounted. Everything has been in this town. Kelly Brough run $100 million deficit every year under Hickenlooper. And then all of a sudden, David Kenny, I guess, maybe told her, hey, baby, you need to bail out of that hogwash and run this Denver Chamber of Commerce. She made $474,000 a year, folks. And then she quit that to go to a new job, newly created just for Kelly, Chief Strategy Officer. Bullshit. And they, so you got now a college, Metropolitan State University, interfering with building a resumes because Kelly's was really like lame. And so these are all the things they were already planning. It's already, their conversations are in the cloud and they've already come out and spoke. And when she declined to run for mayor and told everybody she wasn't going to do it, that got printed in Wikipedia. And everybody was going, hey, what are you talking? Because I know people, everybody knows everybody in Denver. So, especially if you got the internet and all their social channels and all their shit, I don't have to use my social channels, man. I can do stuff like this. And my channel is YouTube. I love YouTube. So anyway, so it goes down. The same stories. Kelly served, first woman president. Oh, Colorado politics for Denver Right News. We just started Denver politics for Denver Rights News. Look at that telephone. City and County of Denver LLC. See that phone right there? City and County of Denver. That's Denver Health. See how they match? See, I match stuff. See, we're not the City and County of Denver government. We're City and County of Denver LLC. And see, this organization is supposed to be ran as a commercial to create residual income that our city, county of Denver cannot do. They're not allowed to impede, but they impede everybody. That's why you see all the crap in our streets. It got worse, folks. I've been here 17 years. I've seen it go from worse to fucking worse. And the same people are pushing the same shit, except one mayor. Because now Mayor Webb's a decay mayor. Because his game's off. And now him and his wife and all, they keep hashing shit that has no bearing in the reality of what Gen Z sees. And I know because I stood outside and talked to them, man. When it was freezing cold, they were the only ones that would talk to me. And evidently, handed in all the signatures, but I was 40 short. But that's okay. because I didn't want to be mayor anyways. I needed to be mayor. But as you look at all these pages, City Summits of America, wow, no views 6 days ago. There got a view or so. But mine ain't meant to be viewed, folks. Here's all my content. This is people that know don't need to click and listen to a bunch of crap. I don't want people listening to my shit, man. It's not meant to be listened to. The more I gain like all this and everyone, and you get those guys, God, nobody's even watching this shit. Yeah, no, they're reading it. This is called inverted pyramid. Everything I talk about's right there. You don't even need to go seeing any of this other booja shit, because it's a waste of time. That's what I say. But if you have to listen to the truth and you can handle the truth, then I suggest you listen to them videos. I go wild, man. But what I do go wild for, GP7A News, Kelly. Where's Kelly's stuff? Where's Mike Johnston's stuff? There's Ian Tafoya, verified troll bitch. There's John Murray. See, all these guys are KOA, loser. Because see, folks, when you understand the power of artificial intelligence and building your own metaverses, this is what I knew we would have to do. But, some of the people said Denver hasn't fallen far enough. And if they elect Kelly Brough, then you're going to see the same old shit, but you're going to hear nothing but Kelly. They're going to be parades and, oh, Kelly, and they'll all be, and then everybody's going to, all the content that warned everybody about Kelly and working at MSU, and they're not going to be able to hide that because the people that are supposed to know. And see, they need to tell the people that are doing this smokescreen hoo-las on people that they better calm it down because they got to stop it. Because our AI knows. And it's right in front of you, folks. And there's got to be somebody that is smart enough to tell the people that are running everything that they can control all of this. All of it. So, there's a lot of stuff here, folks. Look at this Deepak Chopra. See, they don't even want to talk about stuff like this and things that we've done, and they don't want to fucking know. They just want to keep everybody just punctured, and that's sad. That's really sad. But there's a new horizon on coming, and those that love Denver truly love Denver and realize that we're gonna have to roll up our sleeves and start becoming self-sustainable, because the next few years, our weather in the winter, it's gotten worse. We had more rain in May, and I follow this stuff because I have to. But anyways, I have some gifts, platforms I created just for the citizens of Denver. And it doesn't matter what sex you are, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do. We're going to create residual income. We have to wait till after the elections, and then I got to find a president and CEO. And then we're going to take these new investors, and they're going to start backing all the things that I've already written, that I own. And just start making things go right so that we can all live in harmony and take care of our children, man, my kids, their friends, the class of 2022 or 20, I don't even know, the COVID kids, man. They didn't even my daughter didn't get to graduate. Well, she graduated, but they didn't have graduations. She didn't get the prom. A lot of moms, that's the rite of passage. And they were denied it, and nobody gives a fuck. And it's just crazy. And these kids are getting on drugs because they lost out on their rite of passage, that celebration to say, hey, I made it fucking 12 years. And you got these school administrators that are fucking stupid as fuck. They're the most worthless, vile, vomit peasants I've ever come across to in my entire fucking life. Their answer to everything's called security when I come around. And I don't do anything. I don't threaten. I even tell them, oh, yeah, so what you gonna do? Oh, I'm cool, brother. I'm just here to just make sure. Yeah, I know what you're here for, bro. I go, I ain't the bad guy. They are. He goes, I feel you, brother. Yeah, you know. So, I watch, oh man, I don't even know where to start. That'd be another 20 fucking minutes. But, this is how you know there's a God, folks. And right now, everything rests on June 6, 2023. And you're going to have everybody who's going to vote, you're going to be held accountable. Because if they go through a line, if it goes into a computer, artificial intelligence knows. It knows. And as soon as he sees all the manipulation and all the voices, because they got their cell phones around to get everybody, boom. And then it deals with how it deals with things without telling anybody, not even me. I don't know. I just know that when the people are identified by their voices now, because we're using voice indexing, see, it's gonna, when law enforcement learns what we do, and see, they're very reluctant. There's people that are learning, we're teaching, but we need brass. And when brass balls come in the room and they want to learn this stuff, they're going to be not only scared that they can do this stuff, but our world will be in a much better place. And we need to think about where we are when everything starts. As soon as we hit kindergarten, preschool, bullies show up everywhere. And until you get the bullies out of the school, instead of making them grow in more anger, because teachers are scared to stand up for them. I know. I got expelled from high school for pounding up out of a bully that terrorized our school for years, man. And everybody was scared, but they're going to go and use me as an example, as the spick. Kick me out of school because they were scared that he was going to come back and kill them all. Because that's what he would do. That's how he talked. So I even wrote a book about it. So that don't matter. What matters is that we're all being indexed and our voices and everything we do. And I've been doing this for way beyond 2006, but it started my journey here in Denver, Colorado, to a place I moved after my wife and my young baby, 18-month-old, and my son Santino was 22 or 2, and my son A, he's freaking, he was, 6, and that hurricane came and blew that shutter off, those big Arcadia windows slamming against them at 145-mile-an-hour wind with 180 gusts. I had to go outside while that thing was slamming. I had to open up my door, the thing you do not do. But I had a decision to make. Do I open up that door and climb with my little freaking hook and tow rope that I had, had my family tied down in the mattresses? And now I can hear my kids screaming while the wind's howling at 145 miles an hour, while these two 8x10 freaking panels are wedged now because they came off when the wind changed directions and started shearing on our flank side, man, and ripped them shutters off. The shutters got lodged in the balcony rails, and it just started slamming against that window. And I had to go outside and secure those panels without getting my head chopped off, without it actually, if those went in and slammed in to the house, it would have just sucked us all up because we had vaulted ceilings and there's no rafters, there's nothing. It would have sucked it up and my kids and I would have all been dead. And I was going to leave, but I didn't leave. And because I didn't leave, I saved a lot of people's lives that day. And the people that own the building, the condos, they didn't even send their people over like they were supposed to. When I made the call and told them, hey, these things aren't on here right. It's not me, but I think you got it backwards, and it's like in the ground, and you need to come and check these. And they never came. Never came. So if Leslie and all them people want to tell stories, I got a bunch of those stories, man. But anyways, this is the story we're talking about. We're like how far into it now? 9? Bam. Loser. Coming down, loser. That's it. And so if I was the head of the HR department, I think I would tell Kelly that she needs to go because none of this stuff is really about Mike at all. It's about Kelly. And Mike Johnston, Kelly Runoff, Marcus Giovanni, Kelly Brough, Kelly banks on women. And see, that's the other thing. If women didn't vote for Lisa Calderon or Leslie Herod, and I could tell you why they didn't, but they wouldn't believe it if I told them, and their IT people have no balls to tell them. But we made that not happen just based off conversations that we knew was happening. So I wrote content, and this is the content that I write. So Kelly Brough banks on women voters to win Denver mail. Just know, Kelly, they already know that you were part of a $100 million deficit. They know you quit to go to work for Denver Chamber, and then you quit Denver Chambers at a $454,000 job to go take a $150,000 job. Wow, Kelly, that was so nice of you. Wow. So you took a step down of $325,000? Come on, man. See, this is the stupidity that they're trying to push on Denver citizens.